Coming to you live from a secret location far, far away from Philadelphia fans is the Guru of Sports Show. Now here's that guy we all know as the Guru.
The Guru. The Guru. The Guru. The Guru of Sports. Hello, sports fans, and welcome. Welcome to the Guru Show. I am your host, the Guru of Sports.
There it is. Thank you. Much too kind. Thank you. Will you please take your seats and clear the aisles. Hello, sports fans, and welcome. Welcome back to the Guru of Sports Show. I am your host, the Guru of Sports. Well, sports fans, it's week 7 of the NFL season, and you know what that means, that we're almost halfway there. Next week will be week 8. That'll be the halfway point of the season. I want to tell you, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching this crazy production and shenanigans that we do here called the Guru of Sports Show. Now, first of all, I want to say thank you last week to Caden Guru, who finally came back, and we did redo his contract, and now he has a brand new contract, and he said he will fulfill all the terms of his contract as well. If not, then he really wants to get fired, but he can't get fired from the Guru Show. Guru won't let him get fired. He's here for life, just like we are. We might be here for life anyway. All right. Now, Katie Guru is off this week, but he'll be back next week. And believe me, he will be doing all the things that he do. I don't remember what he does, but anyway, he'll be back. Now, we want to say thank you to Ray Guru for beautiful introductions that he always puts together. He always puts together great stuff for the Guru to act a fool with. Anyway, and the third member of our crew is no other than, you gotta get this guy. He's the Navy GOAT, and he's my best friend. Here's Goaty. Hey Goaty, how are you? Goaty, you okay? You ready to work this week and not be messing around? Anyway, you get out of here, you crazy goat. And that's Goaty. I don't know about him, but he's just Goaty. He just does his thing anyway. So let me get the rundown on the show. Now, there's only a couple segments to this show. What we do is something called a fantasy quarter. We do a poo-poo of the week, and then we do the Guru's famous picks, and then we got all the little shenanigans and crazy things that we do a little bit later in the show and all. But first of all, I want to let you know that if you can, please subscribe to the show on YouTube. Now, after we do this show, we put all the stuff out there. We go to Twitters, we go to Facebooks, we go to Instagrams, and we go to YouTube. And we put all this stuff together. Matter of fact, I do it because Goaty, he's not going to do anything. He just sits around and just, that's all he does. Thank you, Goaty. I appreciate you and whatever you do. Anyway, like I said, he does one thing that we have to give him credit for. Now, he does the marquee sign in the background. And what does it say this week? My homies, ouch. What does that mean? What does that mean, Goody? Well, probably because Patrick Mahomes, if you watched that game Thursday night, he had a dislocated knee, and it didn't really look good. It didn't really look bad. It just, I didn't see it, but I definitely don't want to see it because I'm not too kind to gruesome injuries. Like, remember when Joe Theismann got his leg twisted off? I don't watch that stuff. I don't like that stuff. Anyway, now let us get to, like I said, please subscribe on YouTube. Now, if you follow us on Twitters, I'm at GOAT39 on Twitters. Goaty, he has his own thing. He's at BlackGoat39 on Twitters. And follow us at Facebook, Guru's Daily Shorts on Facebook. And also, I didn't forget this time, the Guru of Sports OS 39 on Instagrams. That's right. Goaty told me to make sure that they show the Instagram stuff. And also, now, if you want to ask the Guru anything, where's that paper at? Ask the Guru. If you want to ask the Guru anything, you can email the Guru at gurusdailyshorts@gmail.com. That I have to remember all that stuff. Anyway, at gurusdailyshorts@gmail.com. Email the Guru. Ask the Guru anything. Ask him what he do. What he do on the weekdays. What he do on the weekends. What he do anytime. All right, let's get situated. Like I said, we had 3 segments to the show. Three little parts to the show. Now, the first part is something that I tell you about when you're going to play your fantasy teams. Now, Guru's in 5 fantasy teams and finally had a positive outlook last week. 3 of the 5 teams won, which makes that 3 out of 5. 2 teams didn't do too good. So 3 out of 5 did pretty good, and that was Fantasy Corner. Now, what my fantasy recommendation is for this week is that now next week, if Patrick Mahomes, if he's out, play Matt Moore. Matt Moore is the backup. Yes, Matt Moore, the same Matt Moore that used to play for Miami, and that guy. Play him as your backup. You should have at least 2 or 3 quarterbacks on your roster. Now, if it's a league that only has 2 quarterbacks and you have Mahomes, you're going to have to play your backup quarterback. Now, me, one team I have 4 quarterbacks. I don't know why, but that's probably why I'm in last place in that league. Something to think about. But anyway, like I said, that was the Fantasy Corner. And remember to play Matt Moore for your fantasy team. Now, the other segment. Now, I'm trying to look around and see if I can find him. Is he here? Where is he at? The other segment of the week that we usually do, and I found him. He was just hiding. I don't know what he's supposed to be doing. He's supposed to be up here with me. Anyway, this is the poo-poo of the week. Now, this goes out to the teams that didn't do too good last week. Now, who do you think I'm going to give the poo-poo of the week to this week? Now, I'm sorry. I should be looking at the camera. I'm sorry. Give me a second. You got all these papers here and stuff like that, and they want you to say all these things. And Guru can't remember all this stuff, but he has to have paperwork and all that stuff. Anyway, who gets the poo-poo of the week? First of all, we got to give it to Dallas. Dallas gets the poo-poo of the week. Where you at, Mr. Poo-poo? Get in here. Hi, Mr. Poo-poo. Hi. What are you doing? Okay. All right. Anyway, this is Poo-poo, Mr. Poo-poo. Dallas gets it, and Philadelphia gets it too, because both of these teams will play this week, and I tell you, this is going to be, it might be a real stinker, but then again, it might be a really good game, but it's a crucial game for both teams, And we'll talk about that more when we go to the Guru Picks of the Week. But anyway, Dallas and Philadelphia, you both get poo-poo of the week this week. Now, some people told me not to give Philadelphia poo-poo of the week because they played a good team. But the way they played that team was the deciding factor from the Guru himself. Like I said, I'm the Guru. Let me show my shirt. This Guru, as Guru himself, says that, hey, they deserve poo-poo of the week. But it's the first time, so don't get alarmed, Philadelphia fans. I know you guys you probably want to fight me, but don't just calm down. Now, I did pick you guys to win that game last week, and you didn't, so that's on you. Poo-poo of the week. Also, this hat, we'll talk about that later. Anyway, let's go. Next segment. All right, now, the next segment is the world famous. Stand by. Wait for it. Oh, there it is. Guru's Picks of the Week. Guru's Picks of the Week. Guru's Picks of the Week. Yay. Anyway, Guru picks these games because you want him to pick these games because why? He is always right and always perfect on these picks. Always right and always perfect on the picks. That is Guru. See that? Always right, always perfect on these picks. That's it. There you go. Anyway, now, like I told you, King Guru's not here. So what did that mean? I'm going to have to go over to the board by myself, pick this thing up, and go over to the board because guess what? Goody ain't going to do it. Are you, Goody? I figured you wouldn't. Anyway, let's go over to the Guru board, and I'll show you all the picks that I have for the week. Anyway, follow Guru. Hey, follow Guru. Hi, I'm Guru. Hey, nice to meet you. That's LeBron in the background. Just say hi, LeBron. Hi, LeBron. Anyway, here is the Guru board for this week. Now, if you can see this, we're going to go to the first game of the week, and both these teams are looking for a win. Both of these teams have not been playing so good. All right, the first game of the week is LAR versus Atlantis. Atlantis has been falling on some hard times, and they will continue because, Goody, I'm going to pick LAR to win this game. Goody. All right, Miami at Buffaloes. Buffaloes has been playing pretty good, and Miami, you actually kind of get the poo-poo of the week as well because that last play when y'all tried to do that goal line play, that was terrible. Miami, I'm sorry, but Buffalo's got this game. Oh, gosh. You ought to see them. They look like a Chinese fire drill out there trying to do a last-second thing. But I told them to kick the extra point to go into overtime. They might have had a chance to win in overtime. But no, they wanted to go for the 2-point win, and it didn't pay off. It didn't pay off. Anyway, let's go to the next game. Jacksonville versus Cincinnati's. Now, Cincinnati's is bad, and I think Jacksonville will finally pick themselves up. Well, they played last week, and Guru told you that New Orleans was going to win that game. So let's go with Jacksonville this week. Now, Minnesota, I meant to tell you, all these games right here are the 1 o'clock games. So if you can see that. All those right there, 1 o'clock games. And you can see Guru here. Anyway, let's go to the next game. Minnesota versus Detroit. Now, Detroit got really robbed this week. If you seen that Monday night game, Guru did, that play where they called that two penalties on that guy for illegal face mask or hitting the face, that was bogus. So I think Minnesota can probably play good, but if they play as well as they played against Philadelphia, they could beat them. But I think Detroit at home will win this game. Goody. All right, now Oakland versus Green Bay. Now this is a Super Bowl rematch from Super Bowl II. That was a long time ago. I think it was 66 or 67, somewhere around in there. All right. Well, anyway, Oakland. I like Oakland, but Green Bay is really strong, especially with the way they won that game on Monday night. I got to go with Green Bay. Houston versus Indianapolis. In Indianapolis. Now this is going to decide the division. Well, leader of the division. Houston, I like Houston. And Indianapolis, I don't know. You guys might pull it off, but I got to go with Houston. San Francisco versus Washington. Washington, that's right, Washington. Now, you see I'm wearing this Washington Nationals hat. I'm representing Washington for the World Series, or whoever they play. Now, if they play in Houston, I might wear a Houston hat. It depends. Anyway, let's get back to what we're supposed to be doing here. Anyway, San Francisco at Washington. San Francisco, they're pretty tough. They're pretty strong. They're coming from the West Coast to play on the East Coast time frame. I like Washington at home, but I still say San Francisco is pretty strong. San Francisco. This game I almost forgot. Here because Guru forgets a lot of stuff. Anyway, Arizona versus New York G. Arizona's been playing really good. Kyler Murray, I like him. Daniel Jones, Kyler Murray, Daniel Jones versus each other in this game. But I still say Arizona is probably a little bit better in this game. Now let's go over here to the 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock, let's get the camera right. All right. It's a lot of stuff to do with this camera. Guru has to hold it because Goody doesn't do anything. That's right, Goody. You don't do anything. Anyway, let's go to LAC versus Tennessee. Tennessee, they've fallen on hard times. LAC is going to win that game. New Orleans versus Chicago's. New Orleans played pretty good last week. Didn't score much, but they won. I still like Chicago's in this game. Baltimore versus Seattle. Now, Baltimore... Cody, please. I didn't even say anything. Anyway, Seattle is playing in Seattle, and they're very tough at home, and not too many teams win in Seattle. I'm going with Seattle. Now, like I said, the big game of the night, or big game of tomorrow, or today, today, is Philadelphia versus Dallas. Now, I took Philadelphia last week, but then again, I had to change my mind because I did like Minnesota. I took Minnesota, and Guru's always right. Anyway, let's go with... I didn't even say anything yet, Goody. All right, well, we'll go with Philadelphia versus Dallas. They're playing in Dallas. We're going to go with Philadelphia. They better win. If not, I'll probably be hearing it from the Philadelphia fan. That's right. Right, Goody? All right, Monday night game, New England versus New York J. Now, New York J is at home, and they won. They was impressive on beating Dallas. Well, Dallas, you got no excuse. But anyway, we're going to go with New York J at home to upset New England. Yeah. Goody, thank you. All right, now, like you see down here, it says, all Guru's picks last week were all right. You know why? They were all right and they were all correct because Guru is always correct in his picks. Right, Goody? All right, let's go back over here to sit down and talk to you a little bit more. Anyway, thank you. That was Guru's famous picks of the week. Now, like I was telling you before. Now, I got an all-time favorite team that I'm putting together. This week, we're going to talk kickers, punters, kick return, and punt return. Now, like I told you before, I have a great team so far. I'm not going to go through the whole team, but I'm going to pick out my players for kickers and punters. Now, if I want a kicker, I'm going to go with the best kicker I feel as though is the greatest kicker of all time, Adam Vinatieri of New England and Indianapolis. I like him. He's going to be my starting kicker. Now, the other kickers I had on my list were Morton Anderson, John Stenerud, if you remember him, played for Kansas City back in the day, back in the early 70s or so, and Tom Dempsey. Tom Dempsey was the first kicker in NFL history to break the record for longest field goal, and that has been surpassed by a lot of different people now. But I like Tom Dempsey. He was the first person to kick a 63-yard field goal. And like I said, he played for the Philadelphia Eagles and New Orleans Saints. Oop, I can't say that. Anyway. Hey, just mark it. Don't say anything. Anyway, we'll go with them. Now, kick returners. I got two. I'm going to go with Devin Hester only because Caden Guru told me to say Devin Hester because he does kick off and punts or whatever. I'll go with him. And I'll also go with Billy White Shoes Johnson. Now, if you remember Billy White Shoes Johnson, he was the guy that get out in the end zone and has his legs going crazy and all, and he does this and he dances and all. So I'll go with him. I like him. All right, my punter. Now, I had two punters. I told you there was only one punter. The greatest punter of all time is Ray Guy. Now, another punter I will put on my all-time list will be Reggie Roby. Reggie Roby. He was good. He was a very, very good, precise kicker. And he could kick it and nail people within, like inside the 20-yard line. He was great. All right. Now, punt returners, I'm going to go with three. Now, this one guy is going to be probably mentioned twice in this all-time team. I know he can't play. Well, he can play 2 or 3 positions. He actually played wide receiver. He played cornerback, and he also played kick returner, punt returner, whatever. Deion Sanders. We're going to take Deion Sanders, and that's another person that Caden Guru like. So we'll go with Deion Sanders. And Deshaun Jackson. You cannot. He was great. He's great. You got to admit, that play that he made against New York a couple years ago, that was a great play. And also I'm going to take Dante Hall. Dante Hall played for Kansas City, and he was great too. So that was my all-time special teams. Punters, kickers, kick returns, and punt returners. Now, like I said, those players were awesome. And like I said, I have a whole list of all those players. The offense and the special teams are set. Next week, we're going to go on the defensive line. The defensive line is one of the most important parts of. We're going to have a great defensive line. Now, like I said, if you want to make your all-time team and you want to submit your all-time team, hit the Guru up. And like I said, make sure you email the Guru. Email the Guru. Like I said, these papers, I got to do something with all these papers. Email the Guru at the, what is that? I can't see. Anyway, Guru's Daily Shorts at gmail.com. Hit me up and let me know what is your favorite all-time team, if you got one. Now, also, like I said, you can ask the Guru that. Now, I'm gonna go out and make a guarantee. I'll take that bet. Where's this paper? This is like, I don't know what. Cody's supposed to be helping me out with this stuff. He don't do nothing. Like I said, he don't do nothing. All he do is just sit there. Cody, when you get the papers together, I'll take that bet. I'm going to go out on a guarantee that Philadelphia will beat Dallas. I hate to say that, Dallas fans, but you know what? I think Philadelphia is the team that we think they are. Maybe. But then again, what do you say, Denny Green?
They are who we thought they were.
They are who we thought they were. We don't know who they are. But what did you do?
Let them off the hook.
You let them off the hook. Okay. Anyway, that explains it all. We don't know who Philadelphia is. Sometimes they can play really good. Sometimes they can play really bad. I know, Philadelphia fan, just calm down. Hold your seat, because guess what? I'm just giving you friendly criticism because I know that you guys are going to come out here and try to, fight and everything. I know you guys will fight anybody. You'll fight your Sixer players. Anyway, hey, that's it. Now, Victory Cigar. We're going to give Victory Cigar to no other than the Washington Nationals. They made the World Series. The first time that a Washington team will be playing in the World Series since 1933. 1933. I wasn't even thought of. Many of you probably wasn't even thought of. But like I said, we got to give props. Something on the face. Goo's face look good. Anyway, we got to give props to the Washington Nationals. We give them the victory cigar for making it to the World Series. Now, in baseball, there's one team that hasn't made the World Series. I hate to say this, but the Seattle Mariners have never went to the World Series. Every team in the major leagues have been to the World Series. That is a first, almost unheard of in all sports. There's teams in football. There's teams in basketball. There's teams in hockey that hasn't made their finals. But the only one team in baseball that hasn't made it, the Seattle Mariners. And hopefully one day you'll make it. I know that one day one of you guys had won 116 games and couldn't get past the Yankees or whatever. Anyway, that's terrible. Anyway, victory cigar goes out to Washington. Now, we're going to wrap this thing up. Like I said, I have a Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame is all the people that subscribe to the show. You guys are my Hall of Famers, and I appreciate you. We appreciate you, watching the show and doing all this stuff, and we appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, Hall of Famers, for subscribing to the show. Like I said, subscribe to the show on YouTube at The Guru of Sports Show. Subscribe. You'll always get us. We're always on. We're doing our thing and all that stuff. Anyway, let's get out of here. We want to wrap it up. But before we go, we're going to mention our partners and the people that we're really close to and that we really appreciate. First of all, Cali Sports News. My man Mario Hicks and Jeff Duarte, all these guys and girls at Cali Sports, people at Cali Sports are great. Great articles, great writing, great people to be around. I appreciate them, and I appreciate you guys letting me being able to do this stuff. And crazy guru, that's it. Josh in Detroit, you got to listen to this podcast. The podcast is awesome, out of this world, and he does a great job, and we appreciate you, Josh in Detroit. My man, Cousin Aaron. Cousin Aaron does picks on Facebook. I always read his picks. His picks are good. Guru's picks are good. And like I said, Cousin Aaron and Guru is always right, and we're always perfect. Appreciate you, Cousin Aaron. Now, USFL. I do sometimes I might do highlights. I might do some, some work for them. But the USFL 16 and 20 Fantasy Football League. Mr. Ray Jennings, we appreciate you. Thank you for letting me being able to just do this stuff. Like I said, I do this stuff for you guys, and I appreciate it. And I usually do my own little thing, little story, little crazy stuff. But I usually call it the USFL today, and I appreciate it. And that's my thing. I love it. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right, let me get out of here. But Goldie, do we have any outro music? Do we got any outro music this time, Goldie? What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? We ain't got no outro music. Anyway. We'll find something. We'll find something. Anyway, we appreciate you. We want to say thank you. Thank you for watching this show. Thank you for watching this train wreck every single week. I know it's a train wreck. It's something else. I don't know what to call it. But anyway, thank you for just watching us and being able to say thank you for everything that you do. Everything that you do, we appreciate you. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. Like I said, we're freeway close. We're always on. We make sure that we do this to make you laugh and make you, I appreciate you. Thank you. Anyway, we don't have any outro music, and I'm going to talk to Goldie after the show and let him know that we should have outro music. Anyway, this has been a Black Goat production for Black Goat Entertainment. Thank you, and now I'm going to say good night, Guru. Good night, Guru. Anyway, thank you for watching us. Thank you for putting up with us and doing all this stuff. I know I say I thank you a lot, but I really appreciate it. Really appreciate you watching us and, giving us your time. 30 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever we try to do is what we try to do out here. Anyway, go out there, enjoy your football Sunday, watch some football, enjoy yourself. Guru will see you next time. We'll be back next week. I know we got about like 15 or 16 more weeks to go. I haven't counted, but I know this train wreck will continue on down the track until after the Super Bowl. But anyway, we'll see you back here next week. We love you, appreciate you. See you soon. The Guru will see you very soon. Bye now.